epithelial tissue. Come here! When talking about epithelial tissue, in short, this tissue that covers things including our entire body. And the outer layer of our skin is made of epithelial tissue. This tissue also dips into body cavities covering the digestive and respiratory system and even line blood vessels and various organs. All of these are considered as covering and lining epithelia, which acts as boundaries, and any substance that enters or exits the body must pass through some kind of this epithelial. So let's describe the key features of epithelial tissue. First, since we are talking about cells that line the exterior of the body or the cavity, then we should distinguish between the apical surface or surface exposed to exterior, in basal surface, which is attached to the connective tissue within the rest of the organism. The apical surface is sometimes smooth, but it is often lined with microvilli, which are tiny projections of the plasma membrane, meant to maximize the exposed surface area. Because the two opposite sides of the cell have different features, we say that the epithelial cells exhibit polarity. These features also exhibit a different functionality. Microvilli enhance certain cells' ability to either secrete or absorb substances, while other cells may have cilia lining the apical surfaces, which are hair-like structure that repels substances alone. On the other side, the basal surface of this cell attached to the something called basal lamina, which is not made of cell but rather glycoprotein and collagen fiber, which acts as a kind of scaffolding. Just like the reticular lamina plus basal lamina, the two components together could be form a basement membrane. Supported by this basement membrane, epithelial cells could be found in sheets right up next to each other. They are often bound together by desmosomes, which connects adjacent cell with filament. Depending on specific function of a tissue, there are also be a tight junction which blocks the flow of fluids between cells in a gap junction, which are pores that connect adjacent cell, allowing for communication via the transmission of ions that can carry electricals. We should aware that epithelial tissue are vascular, which means there are no blood vessels, but they are innervated, which means they are supplied with nerves. And lastly, epithelial cells regenerate very quickly by necessity because given their position at the boundary between some component of the body of the exterior, there is the potential for a significant friction of even injury. So this is the features of epithelial tissue, which allows it to perform of a variety of functions, including protections, absorptions, filtration, excretion, secretion, and sensory. Now, let's discuss further classification of epithelial cells as they vary in the number of layers present in the tissue as well as the specific shape of each cells. First, there could be a simple epithelial, which means a single layer of cells, or there can be a stratified epithelial, which means there are two or more layers of cells stacked on top of each other. Then in terms of shape, each cell typically has a hexagonal base, which allows for close package, but the height of these cells can be deeper. Squamous cells are very flat and kind of scale. Cuboidal cells are boxy and medium height. Columnar cells are very tall, like columns. Putting these two characteristics together, we will need one word to indicate number of layers and second word to indicate the shape. Each cells in epithelium. An example, we can have first, simple squamous epithelium, a single layer of flat cell with this shape knuckly. These look like a tied structure, are ideal when rapid exchange of material by diffusion is important. Two types of simple squamous epithelium. There are endothelium and mesothelium, which differs in their location in the body. We also have simple cuboidal epithelial, a single shape with boxy cells, perfect for secretion and absorption. Next, simple columnar epithelium, a single layer of very tall cell. This is also ideal for secretion and absorption, particularly in this contact of digestion. We should also mention pseudo-stratified columnar epithelium, which is alike simple columnar epithelium, but the nuclei are staggered in their positioning and sometimes the cells are very in height with some not reaching the apical surface. We also have stratified squamous epithelium, which is several layers of thin cells. This is extremely common and perfect for protection, which is why the outermost of our skins have this composition. While at the surface are squamous, able to quickly regenerate if wrapped away, but as we go deeper, the cell actually becomes cuboidal or even columnar.